Real Madrid letting Barcelona back to the top of La Liga is looking like a very big mistake from you guys. Because I know sure say we ready to come out from this first place where we don't enter, so we are not ready to relinquish this top spot that we have entered now. And you guys picked the wrongest time to let that lead slip, because we've been having injury problems. We've been struggling with our form. We've been struggling with consistency. But at the moment where it seems like our best players are coming back, Barca is gradually looking back to their best. Now when una can lose guard first place for La Liga. Well, no wahala. We won again yesterday in La Liga against Real Betis at the Benito Villamarin Stadium. Huge win for Barcelona yesterday, I have to add that. Very, very huge win. We have struggled in big games this season. Against Atletico in midweek, thankfully, we finally won a big game. And yesterday against Betis, people may say that Betis is not really a big side in La Liga, but Betis is a tough side. Whenever you are going to play against Betis, you have to be ready. Betis is the only team that Barcelona failed to win last season in La Liga, when we were beating everybody, both in the league and in the Champions League, when Barca were sweeping up everybody. We didn't defeat Betis in La Liga. In the two games, both home and away last season in La Liga, Real Betis are the only side that were not beaten by Barcelona. That shows you how difficult they have been for Barca. But yesterday, Barca made a statement. That performance was a statement performance from the team. I have to add that because, first of all, we put pressure on Madrid by getting the 3 points. And not just about the result, but the way the team played in that game, especially in the first half, it was remarkable. We played some of the best football that I've seen from the team this season, guys. And it's really encouraging because gradually, since that Chelsea defeat, Barca look like we are somehow beginning to get back to our best form. You know, since the return of Rafinha, since the return of Pedri, we are looking like a different team. And even yesterday, Hansi Flick was able to rotate his team a bit. You know, the selection was quite an interesting one. We know that Gerard Martin at centre-back is something that we have seen in recent weeks, so that was not really surprising. But the biggest surprise was the fact that he dropped Rafinha and Lewandowski, and then he started Rooney Badaji as the right winger. But the key surprise was the use of Lamine Yamal as a number 10. And yeah, I think I like this because I think I like what I saw from Lamine Yamal in that position. Because, you know, he has more freedom to roam about the pitch. He has the freedom of the pitch. He can choose to go left. He can choose to go right. He can choose to go anywhere and still be able to cause havoc. And that system actually worked perfectly because of how good Rooney Badaji was on the wing. You know, since the last international break, he has not had a lot of opportunities to play games for Barca. But yesterday, I have to say that he grabbed his chance with both hands because that was an incredible performance from Rooney in that first half, especially an incredible performance. The first goal, he had a hand in it. It was his pass to Koundé that laid down the cutback for Ferran to score the equalizer. And the second goal, it was totally his own making. He beat his man on the wing and he crossed with his weaker foot, with his right foot. I didn't know that this guy was so good using his right foot, and he crossed with his right foot. It was an inch perfect cross, and Ferran was in the mood yesterday. I have to say that Ferran was in those moods, one of those moods whereby whatever you touch, it just turns into gold. And that was the kind of mood that Ferran was in yesterday. And that cross from Badaji was a pitch of a cross, but the finish was even better from Ferran Torres. And Barca were leading 2-1. All of a sudden, the game just flipped on its head because, you know, Barca now, we always concede goals, and we always seem to concede first. Like, every time, we always make games difficult for ourselves because we have to, come back. Even though this team has incredible powers of recovery, but always getting behind in games before trying to come back. I don't think this is the best strategy for us, really. But yesterday, the response from the team was incredible. After going down 1-0 behind, Anthony scored to give Betis the lead. 2 quick-fire goals from Ferran Torres equalized. And Rooney, he continued with his amazing first half. It was a brilliant goal to make it 3-1. And this time again, it was with his weaker foot, his right foot. After a great pass from Pedri, you know, he dribbled the defender and he played with his right foot. I was surprised when I saw him moving towards his right because I was like, this guy is left-footed. Why is he heading towards the right when he could have, you know, cut in and shoot with his left? But he shot with his right foot and it was a rocket. Alex Valle could not do anything about it. And it was 3-1 Barca. And at that point, Barca were just in cruise control mode. And we played a very great first half, really. We played a great first half, really. Pedri was superb in that first half. 2 assists. The goal of Rooney, it was his assist. And then the hat-trick that Ferran Torres completed before halftime, it was still Pedri that assisted that goal as well. So you know that Barca is a different team when Pedri is on the pitch. And we saw that to the full extent yesterday in that game against Betis. It was an incredible win. In the second half, Lamine Yamal scored the penalty that put us 5-1 ahead, and at that point, Barca went to sleep, really. Barca went to sleep. I think we were tired, and I feel like also we felt like the game was won. So we allowed Betis kind of a little bit back into the game. They scored twice, but ultimately, we had done enough to get the 3 points. So at the end of the day, it's not a game that I'll complain about the complacency in the last stages of the game. It's a game that I rather focus on the incredible performance that we saw in the first 60 minutes of that game, in the first half, and also the fact that we showed incredible character to come back from a goal down to win this game, and it was an impressive performance. The whole team were brilliant. Ferran Torres is having an incredible season now. That's 11 goals in La Liga. Only Kylian Mbappe has more. So what a season that Ferran is having. Hat-trick at the Benito Villamarin against Real Betis. He scored a hat-trick there under Xavi in his last season as well. So he seems to love to play against Betis. Really, Ferran Torres seems to love a game against Betis. But incredible performance from the team yesterday. And it was important because, you know, if we had lost this game or if we had dropped points, it would allow Madrid the opportunity to come back, you know, in the title race. But right now, we are still top. 4 points ahead of Madrid, ahead of their game against Celta Vigo on Sunday. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. And I'll catch you on the next video. Adios.